We're going to get started with our
Fun
video
promotion
in
person.
5, 4, 3, so much counting, 2, and 1.
Action. Hey everyone, Matt
Desiree.
here on Wednesday, May 7th,
First
2025
on the
with your
floor.
Level 2 class.
So we are all about musicality from the ground up. We are working on hearing the one in the music, hearing the phrase change, and then lead and follow dancing to emphasize that phrase change.
Yep, so we talked about musical structure. Music that we dance West Coast Swing to is grouped into 8-beat chunks. There's a natural accent on the one of each 8-beat chunk. We can look like we're a musical dancer by doing something in our dancing that accents that. So to start out, we just had you point on the one, and then eventually do 5 fingers on what we call the phrase change, where a phrase is just a group of 8-beat chunks. From there, we had you do that while also dancing basic patterns, with our ultimate goal being that we're dancing basic patterns in the middle, and then once we smell that phrase change coming, leaders, we're setting up something really cool that hits the phrase change.
A couple of caveats. Folks said, well, it's really hard to keep my technique and do this. Yes, for sure it is, especially when you're coming up and working. So work on your technique solo dancing, work on your technique with your coaching and your private lessons, work on your technique some practice dances, but also work on this. West Coast Swing is an improvisational social dance. Being creative, showing your personality is also a technique. Don't be afraid of it. Lean into it as well.
Yeah, so a lot of us were tending to do what we call like 3-count patterns, where the accent of the pattern is on 3 of the pattern. So 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3,
Hip catch,
or 1, 2, 3.
slash.
Totally fine if this is the first time you're learning this. If you're a little more experienced with the idea of musicality, choosing longer patterns, right? Something where there's more of a setup,
Open whip,
maybe more
multiple
rotations.
turns to a hit with angles and over rotation.
You look better the further ahead you plan, leaders. From there, so I was kind of prompting you guys on the one before the phrase change, with the ultimate goal being that obviously I'm not going to be there saying when it's a phrase change. So it's starting to get that little like radar in your head, leaders, and that's the time to bust out your goal leaves.
Yeah, some myths that we busted, that you have to be counting 6s and 8s. No, West Coast Swing is dance to music with a boom and a cha, or a boom and a tick. Those are the 1 and the 2. The 1 is where the phrase change will happen, whether it's in the middle of the pattern, at the end of the pattern, at the beginning of the pattern. So you can just get into the music to start distinguishing your music by 2-beat increments instead of 6s and 8s, and you'll be more set to kind of just follow through. The other myth we busted, right, is that a phrase change has to happen at the end. The phrase change can happen in the middle of a pattern, and in fact, it almost looks cooler to be here, kind of have that moment, than to be out here really, really struggling. Final thing for leaders to think about is you want to have phrase change moments that are just all about you, kind of give the audience a giggle, oh haha, that's good. The leader is showing up the follower. You want to have moments that really accentuate the follower's movement, those turns into something beautiful for them, and you want to have partnered, right, tandem movement or movement that's all about the 2 of you, something like a ride or a tandem movement outside to the crowd.
Yeah, great job everyone.